Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. That's a clap on the recording, but I do not care. Welcome back to MMS IndyCar World Series Round 5 of the championship. We are at the Vanport International Raceway for the Valvoline Grand Prix of Portland. I am really rushing this intro because of a red flag that we had. So, nonetheless, welcome Miran FG to the commentary box.
Yes, hello Kai for the second time today.
Yeah.
IndyCar at Portland is going to be very, very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. It's a strategy race. It's very hard to overtake here. Without further ado, let's get down to the grid. And on the grid, on pole position, we can see Johannes Van Leer, followed by Michael Maher, who's returning to racing after his surgery. Then we have Anton Guana, Fraser, Antoquinova, Moreira, and Nguyen, Blackwood, Keith, Biasiov, Tunde, Richard Tilsley, Sekubulova, Venison, Gertz, Wilheim, Romano, Michaels, Chiming, Holt, Friedman, Delalami, Leno, Haruhiko, Hanena, O'Connor, Gupta, Di San Marino, Aston, Nisbet, Lauberti, D'Ambrosio, Whaler, Tanda, Weitz, Bangos, Jumalainen, Keith, Goyan, Chetikayevic, Turner, Chen, Voda, who rounds off the grid. That was very quick. I rushed it out. I don't care. Let's get down to the start and off to you.
Yes, so the race start then for the Valvoline Grand Prix of Portland. We have 8 lights on. It's Van Leer and Paul, but can Michael Maher do anything in second as we are now underway here at Vanport? Very, very good start for Turmello and Zilwana. They're going to be 3 wide into the first corner. Is that really going to work? Van Leer not with the best starters. Michael Maher takes the lead, and Zilwana trying to challenge Michael Maher on the inside. It's a bit of scuffling between the two, but sure, Michael Maher takes the lead on his return to IndyCar as Van Leer is going to have to do it with Zilwana for P2, but he can't hold on to Turmello as the Botswanian driver takes P2. Then it's Michael Maher who leads from Zilwana, Van Leer, Sofia Ankulinova, and then Adrian Fraser in P5. Other than that, Jafari Blackwood's fallen down a bit as I think Tildes and Sekubulova are doing in P13 there. Few battles going up and down a grid as there's Hairholt as well as Albert and Gupta side by side as well.
Gupta with damage.
Yeah.
What happened to Yash Gupta? Oh, look at this. It's an accident at the start of the race. That's bizarre. That's who is that? That's Haruhiko with damage right off the line.
That is very, very strange. Not a very usual sight.
Ooh, so he tries to go off, but then Delalami, I think one of the cars had a very poor start. I think that was Haninen, or sorry, one of the Filipovsky cars had, not Filipovsky, sorry, Vernesen had a poor start, and everyone tried to avoid her in tandem here. Haruhiko had no time to react and just goes into the back of Delalami. Yeah, look at it. It would make sense from this angle.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I don't think you can point fingers at anyone there.
Yeah, and then cold brakes, cold tires. Gupta goes into the back of Hannon and Olo on his own, so also a racing incident, I believe. Anyways, back to the top of the pack. There is your new race leader, Anton Guana, now challenging that new race leader of Michael Maher. Is going to go down. Oh god, it's already getting exciting.
Yeah, we could have Michael Maher, who on his IndyCar debut is currently leading, as it's Turmello and Tungwana in second place, and then you have Johannes Van Leer in P3, but this leading pack is very, very close. Sofia Ankulinova, championship leader, currently gets involved in that, and then you have Fraser and Guana, Moreira, Keith, and then Miki Biasiov just a bit further behind there as well. So it's gonna get very, very interesting for sure.
Yeah, as there is Haninen with damage now. And, oh, that's an unsafe rejoin from one of the Xenoforks. That's Tony Michaels. Just goes off the road. No thinking there. I don't know. He just goes off the road. He hits the back of Vernesen as well. He was not prepared, I suppose, for Vernesen to overtake him that way. Yeah, he just doesn't turn the steering wheel when he was in the corner. And that's a 5-second time penalty for Michaels. Instantly given out.
Yeah, Michaels has not been really doing very well in IndyCar these past 3 races. Both of the last 2 races he's DNF'd out of. Ooh.
Yeah, that's O'Connor with damage. Gupta was slowing down to enter the pit lane, and O'Connor right behind him had no time to react. I don't know how the stewards will interpret that, but it's happened.
Yeah, the pit lane seems to always be a bit of an uncertainty with rejoins and stuff like that, as we now witness the battle for the lead. Turmello and Tungwana versus Michael Maher versus Johannes Van Leer versus Sofia Ankulinova as well, and then
versus Fraser, Nguyen, Moreira, Keith, and Biasiov even. It's insane.
Yeah, there's so many people here just involved in everything, as we see Moreiro's trying to line up in Buena.
And Fraser, both of them going for the inside line here. Curious, interesting, I like that.
Yeah, no one able to succeed with their moves though. They're gonna have to wait. They have to be patient behind the leading cars. Patience is the name of the game on circuits like these. You're just gonna have to hope that one of the drivers slips up into a mistake, or that you find the opportunity to make a move and pull through to make the overtake.
Yeah, it really tests out also the driver's skill, because you need to also know how to follow a car closely. No oval races happened yet this season, so this is a great learning opportunity for all these drivers, as there is Biasiov now making a move on Keith, but Biasiov runs wide, still side by side, bang wheels, and it is John Keith who might come out victorious. No, they're still side by side, but yes, it is Keith victorious, as there is Adrian Fraser getting feisty.
Yeah, Fraser trying to pass Sofia Ankudinova very late on the brakes for Adrian Fraser, as he's gonna swing around the outside of Sofia Ankudinova, but I don't think he can hang on to that.
No, he can. No, never mind. I think he was going to go for it once again, but yeah, he tried it, and it was a very daring opportunity, as there is Sekabul, Batunde and Blackwood going side by side. Blackwood dropped down the field a bit.
Yeah, Blackwood not with the greatest start, but yeah, you have to commend Adrian Fraser. Very, very ballsy move, and I expect things like that from a guy like him.
Yeah, Fraser really frustrated with the last race that he didn't win. I think he has a lot of motivation going for him. He wants to be a championship contender. He really wants to go all in and, you know, try and get those wins. He is probably going to either stay in IndyCar or in F2. He hasn't given a clear message yet. But he doesn't want to go F1 just yet. He wants to ensure that he is fully ready and, you know, fully prepared for the season. So, for his debut season. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. There's Carl Wilheim now making a move on Matthias Richard. But it's an unknown. Oh no. There we go.
Oh, we're fine. But yeah, Wilheim is going to continue this battle with Richard, as he's going to be on the inside of the Zenithworks car. Richard, though, with the better traction around the outside, it successfully defends from Kyle Wilheim. So a nice little battle there. But yeah, we were talking about Adrian Fraser. Maybe we're not, as Sofia Romano slips past Wilheim there. And
Wilheim made a very odd mistake, as there is Tunde now side by side of Tilsey. Tilsey trying to make a name for himself, as he's been struggling a lot this season compared to his Moreira teammates.
Yeah, obviously he's the compared to Fraser and Moreira, he's just been kind of hanging out in these positions. So yeah, he's still looking to prove himself to the Moreira team.
Sorry, Johannes Van Leer is going for the move on Antunguana. There is Ankudinova and there is Fraser, who might go on the Ukrainian driver. There we go, side by side, and it's Van Leer taking the position. Antunguana doesn't do anything. Keith and Biasiov might be side by side, as Keith will try and take the position away from the Italian driver. Side by side further on, Keith will have the better inside line into here now, and it is Keith's position. It is Keith's position.
Yeah, very, very nice battle. We're not seeing a lot of overtakes and such, but yeah, we're still being treated to some very, very nice battles, and yeah, it's always very nice to see, as Van Leer currently remains in P2, and Tungwana, after that little battle he had earlier on, it's made him fall back a bit, but I think he'll be able to close that gap in no time, as we ride on board with the Dutchman Johannes Van Leer, as he's trying to pass Michael Macher for the lead, but yeah, Schuel remains defiant currently in the lead.
Yeah, this is why I love those like hard to overtake circuits, right? Those smaller ones, those like shorter ones, because whenever you get those battles, whenever you get those overtakes, you really appreciate them, because they're always something you look forward to, and once you get them, it's like a reward for waiting for them to happen. As now we can see the San Marino trying to make a move on the Abruzzo. It fails, but in the end she also defends from Nisbet, who wanted to make a move here and there. Yeah, it's fascinating to me. It's now Witt and Chetinkaya going side by side. One thing I noticed, I don't know if you did, is that the Penske chassis is very much struggling this season.
Oh yeah, for sure. The Penske guys just don't seem to be doing very, very well. compared to the Reynard and Lola chassis team runners, they haven't really scored that well.
Oh, and that's a mistake from Ankurinova and Fraser on the outside.
That is a very, very lovely move from Adrian Fraser.
Yeah. To quote a radio message from Van Leer from 2 laps ago, simply lovely.
Yes. As Fraser now trying to put the pressure on Turmelo and Tijuana. Adrian trying to get himself into the podium. He still wants to be in this championship fight. As I think Fraser was looking for a move there. I think he saw a tiny bit of an opening on the back of Turmelo and Tijuana. But it's so incredibly close in the top 5 here. As Michael Macher leads the pack here. All the way down to Sofia Ankulinova in P5 as we head through the first few corners. Fraser looking to the outside. That's going to allow Ankulinova to try and get back at Adrian Fraser, and she does so. That is Sofia Ankulinova into the past as Moreira with the biggest dive on Mvondo Nguena gets past.
Oh, and that's Gupta with another dive, but this time he goes off the circuit on the grass. But yeah, Fraser, he basically lost the position the same way Ankulinova did. It's the same mistake, just repeated. But Moreira, wow,
that was a very, very ballsy move from Roberto Moreira, and you have to give it to the man. They worked beautifully.
Yeah, Moreira taking no prisoners here. He's gonna get a position when he wants to, and that was beautiful.
Yeah, Moreira just trying that car out of anger throughout the entire race, obviously.
There is Ntunguana onto Van Leer. They're gonna scrap again. It's a mistake though, as there we go, it's Ntunguana and Ankulinova side by side, and it's Fraser and Moreira, 2 teammates. Moreira is through. Ntunguana defends from Ankulinova, but Moreira is taking positions left, right, center.
Yeah, beautiful overtaking by Roberto Moreira. He's just carving his way through the field. 2 cars done in about 2 laps time. Very, very good stuff from Roberto Moreira. And now that Ankulinova and Tijuana was dueling into the first corner, this could allow Roberto to make a push for the podium. But it might be double trouble for both Moreira cars, as they've got, oh dear, and that is Nguena, as I was just saying, trouble for both Moreira cars. The man who was giving them trouble has seemed to gone off the circuit, and yeah, that's brought him down to P10 Mvondo Nguena. So yeah, a bit of a botched overtake attempt there for Mvondo Nguena. That sent it down to P10. Pretty big shame.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here, but Fraser immediately on the radio, very angry. So he tries to defend the position. You can see Nguena goes in front of him, but Fraser tries to hang it on, delays the braking into the corner. And he nearly goes off circuit because of the delay. He manages to make the corner, but he's sliding, and Nguena hits him because there was no time or room to react really at those speeds. And they have a bit of a scrap. Fraser saves the car, but Keith manages to hit him. Keith gets through, and then Nguena is lucky to rejoin the track, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was the perfect opportunity for Mvondo to rejoin the circuit. But I have to say, AJ Fraser caught that slide beautifully. And yeah, look at that, just barely missed Miki Biasiov. And then Jafar Blackwood making his way past as well.
Yeah, but Fraser not happy. Fraser very angry. Mainly because of that Stidsley with damage, but mainly because he was angry at Roberto overtook him, and I think that's what set off the bomb in Fraser, because he thought he was fast, and there is Tunde. He makes a mistake, overshoots the corner, and Tilsey tries to do a switchback, but just doesn't react on time, goes into the back of Tunde. There was space. I don't think there will be much investigation into that. As back to the race leaders, it is now a very nice and tight pack.
Yeah, the top 5 still close as ever for the battle for the lead, as it is Michael Macher who leads, and then Turmelo and Tijuana there in P3. Roberto Moreira now doesn't have Adrian Fraser, his teammate, to worry about, as he just has to focus on Sofia Ankulinova ahead. But now with this train, that could leave people like John Keith, who's currently running P6, a very well P6 for John Keith, and as we said, as his results haven't really been indicative of a good season for the time being.
A lot of accidents and a lot of mischief happened for him this season. As this Moreira making a slight mistake and doesn't prompt any overtake though. As on the radio a few laps ago, Van Leer said that Michael Maher has got so much rear. Would you say that Michael Maher's car is thick?
Well, I mean, I guess he's good at widening out the car for defense. Let's just say that. Van Leer probably thinks that, the Brown Racing Enterprises car of Michael Maher is probably the widest Indy car in the world at the moment. But Michael Maher just good at putting up the defense, I guess.
Yeah, Michael Maher, he is known for being consistent and calm, reserved, so a race like this is perfect for him. This is similar to Monaco, or, well, for a better track, I think Montreal, but there is Van Leer, never mind. Van Leer goes for it, to the inside, they're going to go side by side. Van Leer will overshoot the corner. I think Michael Maher has the better grip, they're going to go side by side. Michael Maher squeezes Van Leer, but Van Leer will go to the inside now. It's a battle for the lead. Who is it going to be? Who's it going to be? I think it's going to be Van Leer. It is Van Leer. Michael Maher gets pushed away, and Michael Maher loses, nearly 3 positions. He's probably going to try and get back on that curve. You never know. He loses it. It's 3 positions down for the ex-race leader of Michael Maher, and it's I guess a new race leader if you don't count the start of the race, Van Leer.
Yeah, Van Leer really, just Michael Maher finally just succumbed to the pressure, but just the outside line that just looked to have no traction for the German whatsoever, and he fell down 3 positions. Such a shame for him. But that is Johannes Van Leer, your new, or I guess returning race leader, as he now takes the lead of the Grand Prix Portland, and then it's Turmelo Nzingwana has been promoted to P2, and Sofia Ankudinova, who's been brought up into the podium. These 3, I think, hostilities are still set to continue, I believe, as Nzingwana is still putting the pressure on Johannes Van Leer, so the battle for the lead is far from over.
Yeah, remember last race Nzingwana lost out in the battle of the lead, pretty much in the final corners of the race. Lost even a podium chance, all thanks to Van Leer making this will be over move, but it's not over till it's over, to quote the main motto of Norrising. But there is Ankudinova. She went for a weird line here, as if she's trying to put Michael Maher into a false sense of making a move, as Michael Maher says he made a mistake. Van Leer says that, gotcha. Gets complimented on his move, but I don't think it will last long, this lead. Turmelo is a fast driver after all, and quite an aggressive one. Then you have to count in Ankudinova. There are the 2 Moreira cars. Fraser now passing Moreira. Moreira tries to go to the outside, but this time he manages to overtake his teammate, and I think Fraser is picking up the tempo.
Yeah, Fraser is determined to start pushing again to try and get that podium. Obviously, now that he's passed his teammate Moreira, we'll see if he's able to catch up to Michael Maher and the other guys ahead, as he seems to be closing that gap pretty decently. It's actually going up a tiny bit, but we'll see. As look, he's just really gaining in the corners. I think it's the straights where that Moreira car is just losing out, but he is rapid in the corners, Fraser.
Yeah, Fraser on the radio, quite smug about that overtake. As here we go, the pack is condensing, and when that pack is starting to do that, we're about to go into some interesting situations. As there is Nguyen who's fallen down the under quite a bit. Oh wait, never mind, it's not that race. Never mind what I just said. The red flag has really messed me up.
Oh well, either way, not too many overtakes into the first corner then, as it's Van Leer who leads from Nzingwana still, as Turmelo just biding his time, as we're just almost at half race distance now. It's been Michael Maher who's led the good first half of the race, and now Johannes Van Leer who retakes that lead. We'll see if he can hold on that lead to the end, but it's gonna be a hard task for sure, considering that you've got all of these racers behind, and Tungwana and Kutinova, and then even Michael Macher and Fraser and Moreira as well. So yeah, Van Leer has a lot to deal with for sure.
Yeah, Van Leer better, he better withstands the pressure that he's being given now by Ntungwana. Otherwise, it might not be a fairy tale ending for the man.
Yeah, maybe not. Actually, one thing I did want to mention that we completely overlooked was Kyle Wilheim passing 3 cars at once. So, yeah, there's that.
Oh yeah, well, we are the F1 race directors. We only focus on the battle for the lead. It happens. But again, I've mentioned this, I think, at Norris. It's very hard to, pick out the battles when you have such a large field of cars. It becomes physically impossible at such a level. That's why we're making the field smaller for next season. But I'm not gonna mention that.
Yeah.
Oh! Adric Keefe, the assassin here. That's Nisbet's race over.
What on earth was that?
That's just a 10-second time penalty if I've ever seen one.
Keith, what? Just where did his brakes go?
The Annihilator. They went into Nisbet. He used Nisbet as a brake.
Yeah, that's a banger racing strategy if I've ever seen one. But yeah, that is Nisbet completely wiped out.
Yeah, but as I said, it's a 10-second time penalty. Here we go. There we go. Fraser and Moreira side by side. This is not gonna end well. Never mind. They managed to clear themselves, but there is Keith trying to make a move on Biansiov. This could end in misery. It doesn't. There is Haruhiko, who is lapped, putting its spanner in the works of Biansiov, slowing these guys down. But here we go. It's really getting tight here, as Ankudinova is starting to put the pressure on Ntungwana. Michael Maher in the background, the 2 more race cars. There we go. Ankudinova for a slight screen freeze. Mistake as Moreira nearly gets Michael Maher. Fraser now maybe prompted to make a move. No, but Ankudinova gets Ntungwana.
Very, very good stuff from Ankudinova there. I think Ntungwana just maybe went a bit wide there. Yeah, look, he did into the second corner there.
Yeah, Ankudinova with, oddly enough, good grip on the outside.
Yeah.
Sorry, the inside.
Yeah, the outside line, especially into that second corner, just seems to be... Yeah, a lot of drivers seem to be struggling. I think it's a pretty dirty part of the track, so there's not a lot of traction there.
Yeah, also American surface is not known to be decent in the racetracks, apart from like maybe Sebring and the Indianapolis. Yes, I don't like American circuits all that much.
Yeah, there's far better countries with racing circuits, in my opinion.
Yeah, like for example, Romania, with their famous Bucharest ring. But anyways, we're getting carried away as there is Ankudinova catching up to Van Leer, and she is going to be relentless. Those are the 2 championship contenders.
Always love a lead fight between the 2 championship contenders, and we are sure being treated to one at the moment as Sofia Ankudinova putting the pressure on the Dutchman Johannes Van Leer, just waiting for him to slip up, make a mistake, or just wait for her opportunity to make a move. Either way, we're gonna see. But Ankudinova is still gonna have to worry about Turmelo Ntungwana behind in P3, as Ntungwana still wants to reclaim that P2 from Sofia Ankudinova. And then you got Michael Macher there in P4 as well.
And that's Fraser losing a position. That's not gonna end well.
Yeah, John Keith surprisingly getting ahead.
Oh, so he wanted to go to the outside of his teammate, but because he lost out on a slipstream train, he immediately lost all the tempo he had, and Keith just flew past him.
Yeah, well, I guess it really proves how effective the slipstream is in IndyCar.
Yeah, and especially at this circuit. Again, I liken it to an oval, and I will do it again.
It's an almost oval, to be honest.
Yeah, the characteristics in racing are that of an oval. As in, you pull out of the slipstream, you're dead.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, also speaking about Andrew Keefe, a further penalty for him will result in a disqualification.
To be fair, that is quite understandable, as we once again witness the battle for the lead still raging on as Ankulinova follows Van Leer behind.
As I die.
Yeah,
Rest
that
in
as well.
peace. But yeah, I think Ankulinova will be making a move in the next few laps as the pack is really getting tighter now, and those guys who are just joining the pack now will have the advantage to be able to make moves. There is a mistake from Keefe, and Keefe is going to be overtaken by Fraser, and look at Michael Maher and Moreira battling for position. Moreira on the outside. Will it be a move for Roberto? I think it can be if he manages to hang it on here. No, he doesn't. Fraser is going to have to defend from Keefe, but he won't be able to hang on to it. Purely due to the grip difference. Yeah, Fraser tucks in behind, and there is Miki Biasiov out of nowhere for the CMS Daria Sicilia team, lapping Haruhiko, and we have battles back in the race.
Yes, very, very nice. It's all heating up now as here is Wilheim and Sofia Romano, who are having a bit of a duel there.
And look at that, it's Tunde and Wilheim battling Gupta, who is lapped, putting a spanner in the works of these guys. So there we go, it's going to be a side-by-side moment, but Wilheim is going to have that slipstream push from the cars behind. As Tunde now goes to the inside, will it be a successful move? I don't know, but there's also Tilsey making it free wide between Wernersen and Gupta. Lapped cars here, going wild. Wernersen gets both of them, goes on the grass. Madness.
That is an all-risk move from Ricky Wernersen, and it really paid off. So, yeah, good stuff from the Danish driver.
Yes, here we go. The pack has the lead pack has separated a bit. Some breathing room between Ntungwana and Ankulinova, but that does not mean the battle for the lead is over, as Ntungwana is still close to Van Leer, and once he catches up, it's only going to go downhill from here.
Yes, indeed. We'll see how it will play out as we ride on board with Ntungwana. Just gonna have to hope that Van Leer slips into a mistake in this corner now.
He doesn't, but he's not really pushing. Ankulinova and the pack behind her are gonna catch up soon. It's inevitable, as there's Wilheim side of Yaya Tunde, but Tunde will defend that position swiftly and niftily, so that's nice to see. Then we have Friedemann and Chiming Friedman. I'm really impressed by her performance. Zigalit really doing well on her debut, second race really. So you can theoretically call that a debut. But yeah, it's nice to see she has the pace, and by the looks of things, she might be a decent IndyCar driver, a long-term one maybe. Yeah,
obviously the IndyCar season is just about halfway. It's just a bit of debris on track.
Oh, that's Haninen again. Again.
This guy just can't catch a break.
Oh, and O'Connor goes a bit wide, but I think this time, I don't know. I think this time he never left the circuit as well. That's the thing. Look at the white lines. O'Connor never left the circuit. I don't know how to treat that. But yeah, it's an accident.
Yeah, O'Connor's been involved in a lot of incidents throughout the season as well. So
yeah, Rovazzi in general are not the luckiest of teams to exist in the field.
Yeah, I think the team boss of Rovazzi must be quite disappointed.
Yeah, but here we go. There's Weyler onto Gertz, as this pack is starting to get spicier, as there is an alarm. Speaking of Rovazzi, you can see now Weyler making a move. The Chinese driver battling with Luke Herhold. Herhold here is going to defend nicely now. Yeah, he does defend from him. Loses position to Weyler though. As San Marino and the Lamia battling. There is Aston also making moves. The Ambrosi also trying to push through. Yeah, not much else I can say apart from racing. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yes, as pretty nice racing going on in the midfield. nothing's changed here.
Yeah,
Everyone
7
just-
laps to go though, and look at the back. This is what I'm talking about. It's the butterfly effect. As this Moreira to the outside of Michael Maher, and is it going to be a successful move from the Portuguese driver? Michael Maher is going to try and defend, but this is just going to break up the pack. These guys need to stop fighting immediately, otherwise they might lose a shot at battling for the lead. Everybody's side by side now behind them, and I think this is Michael Maher defends beautifully on the outside. Fraser tried to make a move on Keith, but he failed. As Biasiov gets past Blackwood. Ooh, a bit of contact, a lot of contact in fact.
Yeah, a lot of wheel banging there, as we see from the onboard of Nguena here. Yeah, Blackwood versus Biasiov, as Blackwood's gonna have the inside into the SSC. Biasiov around the outside as they make bit of contact, and then Nguena forces his way past the Jamaican, as Blackwood's gonna have to defend the outside line. Can't quite hold on to that though, as Mavondo and Nguena, pretty opportunistic move from the Nigerian driver. That is him up to the P9.
Yeah, in races like these you really need to take opportunities that you're given, otherwise you might never receive them again. As there we go, that's Tunde onto Romano now. Romano might drop a few more positions into Wilheim, never mind. Shido's not there. There are a lot of battles in this mid-pack here. Should have been focusing on them, really.
Yeah, why were we just focusing on the lead?
Because then you have situations like we just witnessed. It's like if you don't focus on the leaders, they're gonna start racing, and it's the same thing in the mid-pack.
Camera direction is hard, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. The whole world is against you when you're directing the cameras. As it's going to be 5 laps to go when Van Leer crosses the line. The pack is bunching up again, but Van Leer is actually holding on to his lead. I don't know how to say this. I'm impressed.
Yeah, for sure. To be honest, I thought as here's Fraser and Keith going at it at the first corner, but Van Leer is really kept calm this entire race and just cruised on to take the lead. So I think he's done very well.
Yeah, I mean, he is an ex-F1 driver after all. Despite, the debate about whether or not he should be in F1, whether or not he should be in a top team at least in F1, those debates will always be there, but he is proving that, well, he has some skill for sure, and I think he might return to F1, but we'll see where. We'll see where he goes.
Yeah, Van Leer is very, very interesting. I think for sure he's proven himself to the Formula 1 grid in IndyCar. His raw qualifying pace is absolutely incredible, and I think he's already proven it in these first 5 rounds. I mean, he's taken every pole of the season, bar Hockenheim.
Oh, yeah. I was about to correct you.
Yeah.
There we go, Michael Maher and Ankurina battling side by side. Michael Maher on the inside, that's the good line. Coming to the next corner, Fraser might follow him through. Sorry, that's Moreira, not Fraser. Why did I say Fraser? I'm too used to Adrian. But yeah, Moreira also goes through Ankurina. Yes, no. Negative.
No.
Actually, it's not over. Moreira still going to the inside. Moreira likes to have a bit of a battle, and he's repeating what he's done before in this race, as they're gonna go side by side, and Kadinova is gonna have to tuck into the slipstream, otherwise she would have been in a very poor situation, to say it nicely.
Yeah, not in this not being in the slipstream costs you a lot on this track, and as you said, it has a lot of oval characteristics, this race. But yeah, very nice battle between Moreira and Kudinova, it has to be said, as Ntungwana, who's trying to follow Van Leer, a bit of a tighter line through turn 2, I noticed.
Yeah, I think he's trying something new, maybe trying to line himself up for a move. That would be certainly gracious of him.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he doesn't have much time to complete that move, as he is Gerard Geertz, who has completed the move on Siegfried Friedman. Nice segue there.
Yeah, Whaler actually also got Friedman. Friedman now dropping a few positions, so maybe the tyres have been overshot by the Israeli driver. We don't know, but there is Michael Maher in the battle for the lead with 2 laps to go once they cross the line.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very close. And Ntungwana, if he wants that race lead, he's going to have to try it now.
If you look at the line, Michael Maher has taken it. Might be an overtake. Ooh, very close to contact. Michael Maher is hungry for a few more positions. He's complaining about a massive headache though. so we'll have to see if he's all fine. But he's not slowing down. There is Stefani Alberti trying to do something. Doesn't really work.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of duels in the, like, further back of the field. And I mean, like, top 25. We haven't seen a lot of things happening there. Mostly just in the midfield, and then these guys up at the top as well. But, yeah, at the moment, and Tuano is still putting the pressure on Johannes Van Leer. But,
as we're going to enter the funnel, I don't think we're going to see a change here.
Shh, you just jinxed it.
Yeah, no, I jinxed it the other way.
Ooh, very interesting.
I'm smarter than I look. But no, never mind. It is currently still Van Leer in the lead, and I think it's going to be 2 for 2. And Tunguana tries to go to the outside, but it doesn't work. Oh, come on. He's not going to give up, though. He's probably in his attack mode now. Thank God Formula has not trademarked that yet, as he's going to be attacking Van Leer left, right, centre here. He's hoping that Van Leer has overshot his tyres with the lead, and that he might pop a move here soon. He needs Van Leer to make a mistake. He needs something miraculous to happen to take the lead of this race, as he's pulled away from Michael Maher. It's just these two really battling for the lead now. Is it going to be a Wilby move for Anton Guana, or is it going to be a calm lead of the race? Is going to be a calm leadership for Van Leer as they're going to enter the final corner now, and it is going to be 2 for 2 for Johannes Van Leer as he wins his second race in a row in the season. It's a crucial one as he's getting closer and closer to taking the lead of the championship. He gets 10 points. He gains 10 points on Ankudinova, and the gap between them is just 5 points. Oh, it's going to be an interesting season, isn't it?
Oh, it definitely will, but very, very good job from Johannes Van Leer. He just completely kept calm this race, and he brought it through. He put the pressure on Michael Macher for the lead, and Michael Macher eventually succumbed to it. And then Van Leer just kept calm, didn't face anything at the... he didn't crack under pressure, just brought it home very, very calmly, very cleanly. Just excellent stuff.
Yeah, but you know what, who did better than him, in my opinion? In my honest opinion, it's going to be Michael Maher and Tunguana. They are masters of the race, and nobody's going to take it away from you. What is Chetinkaya? Come on. He locks up, and then he just...
Yeah,
PlayStation moment.
Yeah, as one man would put it.
Moment.
As one man would put it, that is an absolute PlayStation moment.
What?
That's not how you make
this
a
incident
game.
will be discussed post-race. This is what was the guy's name? This is Johnny Cecotto Jr. moment. This is a certified Nick Tanda moment, trying to influence the race results.
I mean, either way, if he would have wiped out someone, I don't think he would have influenced much, to be honest.
Yeah, but there is your race winner, Johannes Van Leer. Fastest lap goes to Carl Wilheim. Yeah, that's been a decent race. I am not disappointed. Despite the lack of verdict, this has been a very entertaining race.
Yeah, it was quite entertaining. I mean, we didn't see like Norris ring levels of overtakes for sure, but like still, it was very entertaining. We had some very standout performances, and yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see Marco Maher still being in form. Anyways, thank you for watching. Next race will be the Swedish Grand Prix. Miran, you should be excited for that one.
Yes.
If you remember Falkenberg. But we're not going to go to Falkenberg. We're going to Anderstorp because it's like only super large facility, theoretically large, in Sweden, and the only one that is really suitable of hosting such a series. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting race for sure. It's been it for me.
And I've been Miran Evci.
And I'm in Carlos Resny. Be sure to check us out, whether it be BTCC, F1, Formula E, Formula 2, or Formula 1, or IndyCar, or maybe even GT. Whatever it is you like, you're welcome to watch it here once it gets uploaded. Be sure to be safe on the roads and wear your seatbelt, and bye-bye.